Hello everybody, welcome to part 20 of Let's Play Final Fantasy 16 Blind. So we had the amazing Titan fight, definitely my favourite fight of the game so far, although the Benedicta fight comes in at very close. But yeah, really good boss fight, really enjoyed it. We did the hunt last, which was a nice challenge as well. And we got Titan, so we got sort of Titan's powers. So I just put some hand cream, so I'm waiting for it to sort of expire before touching my controller too much. And yeah, I mean, I was hoping we'd get Shiva, but I guess not yet. Maybe the next one. Yeah, let's carry on with the main story. I've done everything that I had to do. I believe I've done all the side quests, which we need to do the what do you call it? Because I do want to go for the platinum trophy. So thankfully, it's not a difficult trophy to get as long as you do pretty much all the content, like the hunts and stuff. So that's good. So I don't think there's any more side quests at the moment. So let's carry on.
Should be enough to keep us. How do, Master Cid?
Bardolph.
So he says bog off there.
Storeroom, and she needs the aid of a skilled carpenter. So naturally I thought of you.
Well, I'd love to help the young miss however I can. But I'm afraid I got my hands full just keeping this place afloat. There's holes need patching, and if I don't patch them, will all of us sink into the mere. I'd gladly spare Mid all the time I have, but the sad truth is, I ain't got none.
I see.
It don't have to be me, though, does it? What about that other fella? You know, the one over at Martha's Rest. Bernard, was it?
That's right. And he is a friend of the cause. I'll ask Martha if she can spare him. Thank you, Bardolph.
Least I could do.
Okay, Martha's Rest it is. Thank goodness for the fast loading times. Also, I forgot to turn my fan on because it is a bit warm. It's not so much hot actually; it's just a bit muggy. So there we go. There we go. Ugh. Just center myself. There we go. Good. Hello.
Ah, Clive, what brings you to the Rest?
Our home finds itself in need of an extra carpenter. I wondered if I might be able to borrow Bernard for a short while.
I don't mind if he don't. We're all friends here, aren't we?
Thank you, Martha. Do you know where I might find him?
He went up to Cressida on business. No idea what, mind. Place is a ruin. Far as I know, he's still there.
I'll look for him there then.
You see, I think this is the sort of quest I don't really like. I just don't see the point. I mean, I do understand that there has to be some element of filler, and I completely respect that. But I just think in a story-driven game like this, it's kind of unnecessary. It just breaks the flow. I guess I see what they're doing, because what they're saying is you've just had an epic boss fight, and the story sort of reached a crescendo point. So they're giving you a little bit of a break to sort of digest everything, and, which is fine, but on a personal level, I just don't like these sort of quests. I just think they could break it up by giving you more hunts, for example, or more interesting side quests. But being part of the main story is a typical Yoshida thing to do. He does it a lot in Final Fantasy XIV as well. I think personally that's a bad habit, but it is what it is. I guess, that's just a nitpick I have of this game. Still a great game, really enjoying it. But it does have its faults. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I'm very confused how this game got so many 10s out of 10s. Very, very confused. But There we go. Hello. Let me guess, I'm going to have to kill whatever he's looking at.
Oh, if it ain't the lad who saved my life. What brings you to a place like this?
You do, Bernard. Martha said I might find you here. I have a proposition for you.
Oh, do you now? Building a workshop, you say? Well, that beats tacking boards to bridges, sure enough. And if Martha didn't mind me being gone a while, then neither do I. You just tell me where you want me.
That's the spirit.
I couldn't ask a favor, though, could I?
I knew it.
Of course.
Those scorpions over there, all that place, whatever.
Well, that there is Cressida, where I grew up. Ain't much left of it now, though. Except my parents' graves. But I came up here hoping to visit. I even patched up the bridge to get across. Only to find the place crawling with fiends.
I knew it.
But you're a dab hand when it comes to dealing with beasts and bogles, ain't you? Any chance you could,
It's the least I can do.
Well, thank you kindly. And take care.
Right, I need to sort of...
This shouldn't take long.
Oops. Oops. Need to change my profile on the controller. Is there a reason why enemies are like not attacking? Lol. Kind of want to parry it, but... Okay, never mind. I tried. No, stop hitting that. Good boy, Torgal. Ooh. No! I need to buy potions. Hello! Oh, that's a shame. But I'm glad you're here. I'm good. Ooh. Oh no! What's going on? Oh no! No. What, has something happened specifically this week, or is this like an ongoing thing?
That should do it.
You made short work of that lot. Thank you, son. Now my folks
I do
can
think you
rest in
should
peace once
probably
more.
look for another job. I know you've said you've been going for interviews and stuff, but honestly, I think you should.
The village was abandoned.
There's nothing worse than not being valued at your workplace. It's awful.
Oh, people started packing their things after the duchy fell. Between the Blight and the Imperials, you just couldn't make ends meet. Must be nigh on a decade since the last wagon left.
Oh, that's awful.
May as well have been
How
a
many
century.
people?
Looking at the place. This isn't the Cressida I remember.
I'm sorry.
Ah, don't be. Can't live in the past, no matter how nice it might have been. Soon as I'm done saying a prayer for those that raised me, it's onto your hideaway. I'll meet you there.
Yeah, well, yeah, but surely someone could have just tapped you on the back saying going for lunch. Do you know what I mean?
Mid's little list. Better head back before she thinks anything else.
You know. Yeah, I think that's not cool. Not cool.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
That's not nice. Well, hopefully they will get food poisoning. Well, honestly, don't let it get to you. If they want to be dicks, that's fine. Just remember that at some point they will need a favour from you. Just remember that. And when they do, you'll be like, sorry, I'm hungry, I'm going to go to lunch, can't help you. It's true though, isn't it?
The Littlands have been up to their old tricks again.
Good. I think you've been undervalued there for far too long, especially with the whole promotion issue that's been going on for ages. You know, you need to know your worth, and someone will. You know, if your workplace doesn't appreciate your worth, someone else will.
Shouldn't you be getting some rest soon?
All right, Clive. You've all done then?
I am.
I don't know why, but I find Mid
Dressed around
incredibly
his waist,
annoying.
And a carpenter by the name of Bernard is on his way from Arthur's Rest.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Clive.
Is there anything else you need?
Nope. Blackthorn and Lady Karen have already sent over everything I asked for, and I've got all my plans drawn up. So as soon as
She sounds like she's constantly high on some sort of narcotic. Like, she's just... Yeah, it's like, it's not natural.
Yeah, so we can get to work.
Hey, my dad died and I just got back and everyone is desperate and in need of help and there's a war going on. Hey, let's build a workshop. And I just think, yeah, that's just not normal.
I can't wait.
Exactly. There's something, I think, reduces one cooldown, but the Breath of Earth. Wind up cooldown. What's the Breath of Earth anyway? I'm confused. Which ability is that? Huh? Breath of Earth? What? What is Breath of Earth? Is iconic? No, that's Titanic Block. What is it? Oh, I'm so confused. Alright, hold on. Breath of Earth, wind up. Reduces wind up cooldown time by 3 seconds of the Breath of Earth. Titanic block. Oh, wind up. Okay. So it's wind up is the ability name. Oh, right, okay. I also reconsidered all my priorities within all the friendships got harmed because of how work tied me out, but basically bear. I think I had that similar situation in my last job. And it's hard. When you've been working at a place for many years, it's very difficult to let go because you're comfortable. And it's human nature, right? You don't really want to let go of what you're comfortable with. But at some point, something, and it could be what just happened to you today, something will trigger and you're just like, I've got to move on. And it's been the best decision I've ever made whenever I moved jobs. I've always moved on to something better. And that was not me necessarily knowing it was going to be better. I think, there's always an element of luck, but it always ended up going well. But sometimes you've just got to move on. And, if you're not happy at a workplace, be it because you're not valued or you're not progressing, that's kind of linked to the same thing. I think you just got to move on. And at the end of the day, you've got the skills. And it's not for life. If you don't like where you are, you can stay there for years and then move on again. Oh, thank you. Everyone says that. I'm happy now. It's kind of hard not to be after what I had before. Literally today marks today's the 18th of July, and it marks the 1 year anniversary of when I had the offer for this flat accepted, and I found out that my mum had cancer. So literally exactly 1 year, and everything's just sort of spiraled from there. And today is also the last day that I had finished everything at the flat. I had someone fixing one of the last things with the floor. So everything's perfectly done. Everything's done now. And it's funny because it just ended up falling exactly on the anniversary of when everything started. So yeah, it's been a long year. Very long year. Extremely long year. Never want to repeat it. Wouldn't wish it on anyone. But at least I'm getting the fruits of my labor now. So it is fully done, decorated. We should celebrate. I'm actually going to have a drink in honor of my mum tonight. I've got some whiskey, so I'm not going to get drunk, but I'm going to have sort of a toast, to sort of celebrate the hardships. And indeed, thank you. Yes, she is definitely resting in peace. She deserves it. She's gone through definitely a more difficult time than anyone else. So, yeah. A drink on her behalf, I think, is definitely needed. Right, let's carry on, shall we? Right, I'm not going to equip that wind-up thing. One thing I do want to equip, though, is... Absolutely, yes, there was a period last year, as you know, that I was thinking of sort of not getting back in touch with her. But I'm glad I did. I think it definitely was the right decision. I would have regretted it immensely. So we spent the last Christmas together. We spent Mother's Day together, although it was, at the hospital. But at least, we celebrated together. So there was that. And I think, that was nice. I definitely have no regrets on that regard. So sometimes I think, I hope it did, but also I think it's nice to... I think this whole experience also taught me that despite everything that happened, it sort of taught me to forgive. It's sort of... It was hard to forgive her after everything that happened the last few years. But I think this whole experience has sort of taught me that to forgive, but also to... When she passed away, it's hard to explain, but you forget all the bad... Not forget, but you put aside all the... Oh, bless you, thank you. But you put aside all the bad things about that person, and you tend to only remember the good things. But it's not in a hypocritical way, like, oh, I'm just forgetting all the bad stuff. No. I still remember all the bad stuff that happened, but for whatever reason, in your forethought, it's always the good stuff that you remember. It's hard to explain. I think it's one of those things that once you lose someone, then it makes more sense. But it's a weird feeling. It's a good feeling because I don't have any ill thoughts. But I can still talk about all the bad things that she did do and she did say, but it doesn't get to me anymore. Yes, I think the last year, I think it was definitely a fast track to adulthood, I guess you can say. But But yes, it was difficult. I think, it's when you think back, and I often do, you sort of think, fuck me, what the hell just happened? But yeah, it's over now. It's over. To new beginnings. Cheers. Just pretend I've got an imaginary whiskey glass. Right.
Deed for the day done. Let's see how Jill's faring.
You know what? Oh, no, I was going to say, should I have a whiskey live on stream now? But I kind of want to have it before I go to bed. Because it sort of helps me fall asleep. Yes, we should. I think, whenever you come to, the UK, let me know. Definitely love to host you at my flat. You can come over for the day, visit the town I'm in. I'll cook you lunch. Like something really nice. So we can make a day of it. Unfortunately, I don't have enough space for you to stay. I only got one bedroom. And as you can see, my sofa's a recliner sofa, so you can't sleep on it. But definitely come in the morning and we'll spend like a whole day together. I think you'll definitely enjoy it. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Oh, good. What do you like, carbonara? Like the proper way? Like proper Italian carbonara? Where am I going? Oh, a few side quests have opened up as well. Well, good. That's usually the dish I show off because it's quite a technical dish. It's quite hard to do properly, and I always use it to impress people. It's the only difficult thing I know how to make, so I'm not boasting too much. Right, I kind of want to go get this side quest. I can make pesto as well, so if you want pesto, or I can make a curry, like a nice prawn curry, but it comes in a kit, so it is a bit cheating. Or we can go out to eat. There's a lovely restaurant. Well, let's speak to Doris.
One moment, Sid. A team of curse breakers has gone missing near Northreach.
Which team?
Coles. They were sent to liberate a carriage of bearers before they could be smuggled to market. They were moving in for their assault when the carriage...
Well, no, don't say that. Because I want to make sure that you enjoy whatever it is. Maybe you're just not a fussy eater.
This was days ago. They should be back by now, but I've heard nothing from any of them. I can't help but worry that...
They know the work is dangerous. But I'm sure they're fine.
But what if I've got them all killed? Before they go out, I always remind them why we're doing this, what they escaped, and what we're freeing people from. But I never really thought how my words might affect them. What risks they might take because of the things I've said.
Yep, I'll do the work for you as usual.
We'll both rest easier knowing they're safe.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to sleep tonight.
Sid, and I'm sorry to trouble you with this. The plan was to intercept the slaver somewhere in the Dragon's Eyrie.
You see, I want to have a drink with Doris,
I'm afraid.
because she seems like so much fun.
If they were there, Torgal will track them down.
Right, so that's one side quest, but let's pick up the other one. I need to do all the quests for the trophy anyway, so might as well. Well, to be fair, let's not slag off Jill too much. She did actually pick up quite a lot, so in the last sort of 5-6 hours of gameplay.
Ah, Clive.
Talia, how's Jill?
Recovering, but she still needs her rest.
Of course.
He's like, damn.
Take good care of her, won't you?
I'll do my
I
best.
do think his voice is a bit overdone. I have to say, the whole sort of Clive's sort of musky, low-tone voice. Yeah, it's very sexy, I get it, but I think sometimes it's a bit exaggerated. I think the voice actor does it a little bit too much. Sometimes there's a need for it to be somber, but sometimes not. Like, yeah, I think it's overdone. I definitely have noticed it. I mean, it's very sexy. It's the sort of thing that could give you an orgasm if he just whispers it in your ear. I get that. But I think when you're just naturally talking to somebody and conversing, it just feels a bit too heavy. Yeah, I think it's overdone a little bit.
Oh, Gav was looking for you. He said he had something to show you in the shelves.
The shelves. Oh, that's right. He went to ask Harpocrates about Torgor. He must have found something.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit too forced, I think. Good old Rodriguez. Without the Z.
The man with the twins upon his shoulders, Rodriguez.
Oh.
Talia has tasked me with removing a Cursebreaker's brand.
Oh.
But it's my first time, and I don't
well,
think I can...
Rodriguez without the Z.
I'm afraid of what happens if I fail. You survived, I know, but there as many die as recover.
Yep. But it's okay because it's Rodriguez without the Z is really cool.
That. You know full well what we're fighting for. I hope as much as you that one day bearers can walk among others as equals. But until that day, a brand is a burden, and we must lift that burden in order to go undetected.
Yes, even though everyone can see the big patch there where the brand was.
And we undergo it willingly.
How is it dangerous? Surely it's like a tattoo and they just remove the skin layer.
There was some other way. But griping about my lot helps no one, I suppose. Don't worry. I'll do what must be done.
I know you will.
Unfortunately, the first thing that needs doing is the preparation of a draft to dull the pain.
Whiskey.
Something I can't do with the infirmary's ammonia supply so low. What few leaves we have would barely be enough for removing a splinter, let alone a brand.
He does seem desperate, yeah. He seems like he's going to top himself.
Just tell me what you need.
He's getting pissed off as well.
Oh, thank you. No one knows Herblord like Taya, and she swears by ammonia for easing pain. It's simple enough to find, if you know where to look. And fortunately for you, I do. Along the river near the village of Amber over in Rosaria. Just search for the bright blue blossoms.
Okay. So speak with Gav. I think I'm going to do the side quest instead of just get them out of the way. Just makes sense, really. So let's do this one. Search the Dragon's Area for Cole's party. Let's have a look where... Oh, okay, so just Northreach. It's easy enough to get to. I am really looking forward to doing hard mode in this game. Because the few challenges we've had, I mean, there weren't many, but the few that we've had have actually been quite fun, and it really did sort of showcase the potential.
Excellent choice.
Of the battle system.
Like a customer who knows what he wants.
So, yeah.
Look at this place.
Wait, where am I going? Oh, this way.
Ready, go? Faster!
Oh, alright, Clive. But yes, if you had to choose between what I could cook you, I'm sort of thinking of the following. Risotto, although that's a cheat because it's the Italian imported one that it's freeze-dried and you heat it, but it's good, it's perfectly good. So risotto, carbonara from scratch, pesto, I can make linguine with like sun-dried tomatoes and prawns, which are quite nice actually. Curry, prawn curry, or chicken curry, whatever. Yeah. Oh, just choose! If you had to choose, if your life depended on it.
glad you're in one piece.
Just about. Sid, if you don't mind me asking, what are you doing here?
Doris sent me to find you. She hasn't heard anything since the attack. She's been worried about you.
I sent a runner to the Dame in Northreach. The Hideaway should have learned of our survival yesterday.
Well, I'm here now. And it looks like you freed the bearers.
Only some. The rest locked themselves in the slaver's carriage rather than fleeing when they had the chance.
Well, to be honest, carbonara, but it depends on, like, it's not about really showing off. I just want to do something that you'd enjoy. So I'm perfectly happy either way. I mean, there's lots of pasta dishes. There's one with anchovies, so chili, garlic, anchovies, and pecorino cheese. There's lots of them. There's lots, but depends on what you want, honestly.
I want to help them, Sid, but we're barely in any state to protect those few we did save.
You made the right decision. Now where's the carriage?
The goblins may still be out there.
You have duties to attend to here. See to the injured. I'll handle the rest.
All right. Just follow the path to the south. You'll come across the carriage soon enough. And please, hurry. If the beastmen get to those bearers, the poor souls will be eaten alive.
I won't let that happen.
Thank you. And Sid, it's good to see you.
Don't thank me just yet.
Get me back on my feet. I'll tear those bastards heads off.
Good girl.
Stay still, you damn.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Lol. Okay.
They're trying to get into the carriage.
Sword!
Oh, I thought I could parry, but... Ooh. Ooh. I mean, that is very impactful. Oops.
You lose.
Cool. Well, it's funny that you chose carbonara because I had that today. I actually made it today, and it was delicious. Sorry, I just got a message. One sec.
Who are you? A friend. Are there any more survivors? Why didn't you flee with the others? If the goblins had made it through that door, you wouldn't have stood a chance.
Why should we run? One miserable death's no worse than another.
Perhaps. But we're here to give you another choice. Freedom, safety, the life you've been denied. Come with us. Let us protect you.
Sid, I couldn't just let you... You weren't too late then. Thank the gods.
This man risked his life to save yours. To give you a second chance.
Fine. Do with us what you will.
What we'll do with you is take you to safety. After that, it's up to you. Your lives are your own now.
You can leave the rest to us, Sid. We'll get everyone back to the hideaway.
Thank you. I'll let Doris know we're expecting new arrivals.
Right, so that's that one done. And then the next quest is here. Hippocrates. Oh, Torgal. Clive's faithful friend, who was fiercely protective of him and his allies. When Jill came close to death in the courtyard, something awoke within him and transforming Torgal into something akin to an icon. This is what I thought. I thought it was something close to an icon. I wonder whether he's sort of got the icon's power. I also wonder, well, it can't be Leviathan because I don't think it was water-based. But I know Leviathan is an icon, and I know that we don't get water-based abilities. So I wonder if Torgal maybe is blessed by Leviathan. It'll be interesting because that'd be, you know, that'd be quite cool, but
the river was easy enough to find. Now for those herbs.
oh, I mean, they've certainly got the impact, right?
This is the only plant around here with blue flowers. I hope it's the right one.
You forgot the sarcasm tone.
Should be enough to keep the infirmary stocked.
Oh dear Lord. One sec, sorry. Alright, so let's return these side quests before continuing with the main story.
The Littlands have been up to their old tricks again.
Sid, welcome back. I stole this.
Okay! I was like, yes?
After you left. If I'd just waited a little longer, I might have been able to deal with things myself. Or maybe I wouldn't. I keep making the wrong decisions.
Oh, there's a cliff, just jump.
You made exactly the right decision.
No, I was lucky. I've been tracking that slaver for months, and then I sent Cole and you after them, woefully unprepared. What kind of leader sends people into danger without considering all the risks? I should have urged greater caution, told Cole to be wary, to pull back at the first sign of trouble.
We swore the same oath as you, Doris.
It's good to see you safe and well, Cole. I'm sorry.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. We risk them because we believe in our cause. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks. The agony of removing the brand more than sees to that.
We all know how much bravery that takes.
Cole, I never doubted your courage. Only my ability to see it put to good use.
I love her mouth. It's like
Thank you.
I'm
I'm not sure I deserve it. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than ask it of them.
Good God, woman.
I'm a Cursebreaker. I swore an oath too. I have a role to play, and I must trust that I'm the right one to play it.
You will. In time.
Moving on. Good old Doris mouth. Ooh. Oh, rising flames by 2 seconds. Sorry about this. Right, so we need to go to the infirmary. We should also get some rewards, but let's hand in the side quest first.
I hope you didn't have too much trouble finding the ammonia.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is it. And more than I was expecting. I dare say the patient won't feel a thing. That is, unless I...
You'll do fine. Tyre trusts you. Which means I trust you. The hideaway would be lost without skilled physicers like yourself.
Thank you for the kind words. Truly. But... I'm sorry. I'm still terrified. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's a death sentence. Milk of the wyvern tail lurking just below the surface of the skin. One ill-conceived incision, a single slip, and the poison fouls the patient's brain.
Okay.
Failure means death.
Interesting,
Even
okay.
Success means tremendous pain. Days of agony as the wound heals. I became a physiker to help people, not to kill them. I don't want to kill anyone.
Cursebreakers lead hard lives. And the operation is only the beginning. They toil in the shadows, risking life and limb, knowing their efforts will win them neither glory nor acclaim. And yet we never won for volunteers. Why do you think that is?
Conviction? They're willing to die?
They're willing to fight. To give their lives to create a world where people like us can be more than mere possessions. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife. Be a shoulder for your patients to lean on. Stay strong for them.
You sound like Tyre. Do you know what she once told me? It's natural for a patient to feel like they're suffering in solitude. And it's a physiker's duty to see that they don't. Thank you for helping me remember that. I won't falter. Not again.
Yay. Right, let's go and see the rewards that we got, and then we'll do a bit more of the main story.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot.
Ooh, Dire Wolf Jess.
Here you are.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Let's have a look and see what that is. Oh, increases combo damage by 5%. I mean, these are all good, but increases Will of the White's duration, temporarily increases attack proficiency with each position dodge, increases ability points earned. I think rather than ability points, I think I might go with... Actually, no, I'll go with ability points.
Yeah. What's everyone whispering about?
The little uns have been up to their old tricks.
Yeah, there's that as well, but I think she's just... Her head is... I think the drugs have just completely taken over any sort of logical thought. It's like...
Jill looked white as a sheet when we got
Right, I want to find out about Torgal, actually.
Clive, where have you been?
Saving the world.
I wanted to ask you something about Torgal. Where did you get him? Like, in the first place?
Where did you get him?
My father brought him back from one of his expeditions into the Northern Territories. They were crossing a snowfield when they heard his cries, and, seeing no sign of his pack, they took him in.
What do you reckon, Tomes?
It certainly adds weight to the theory. Clive, I believe that Torgal may be no mere hound, but a rare frostwolf, an animal native to the far northern reaches of Valisthea. In one of our oldest bestiaries, I found reference to a frostwolf who served as guardian to an ancient queen of the north. Such was his mastery over ether, he could cast magics on command. His name was
Fenrir.
Fenrir the Frostwolf.
Now, the annals do not state it explicitly, but I have reason to believe this queen was a dominant of Shiva, a girl from the Northern Territories and her faithful hound. One awakens as the dominant of Shiva, and the other...
You're saying that Jill granted Torgal his powers?
Oh.
What?
Just like Fenrir. People called him my hound, but Torgal and Jill were inseparable. He grew up as a faithful companion to the dominant of Shiva, and years later, his powers awakened, just when his master needed him the most.
You're right. If it weren't for Torgal blasting those bastards to Kingdom Come, Jill would have been for it.
Interesting.
Though Torgal's power is his own, his latent birthright as a Frostwolf, it had only to be unlocked.
Oh, get you, Torgal.
You're an even finer hound than we thought.
And regarding your original concern, you need not fear for Torgal's health. Why, the beast has the appetite of a behemoth. Just this very morn, I found him with his nose buried in my nuts.
Okay. I think there's something quite creepy.
I've been looking everywhere for you. Bernard's here. I need you to introduce us so we can get to work.
I shan't be a moment.
I think she's probably my least favourite character in any Final Fantasy game ever. And I've played a lot. It's like Yoshida sat at a table and say, how can we make the most annoying female character? And it's her. I don't know. But at least we know that Torgal sniffed Hippocrates' nuts.
It is.
Well, I couldn't have done it without you. You and everyone else. But I promise I'll pay you back. I'm gonna work my fingers to the bone for you lot. Starting right now. Just you wait. I'll make wonders like this world's never seen.
Then I look forward to seeing them.
I mean, with the size of that mouth, I'm surprised she even needs a workshop.
Now that that's settled.
She could probably talk structures to levitate. Right.
Clive. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Thanks for before, son. That was a good deed you did me. Only right I do you one in return.
We have everything we need to begin work in earnest. And work in earnest we shall.
I wish Miss Middledore would let us help her with her dungeoneering.
Right, so I guess we're going to carry on with the main story.
I think I'll wait till Midsor Wayne's take a tour of you.
How goes the hunt for Kupka?
Largely in circles. We have myriad sightings of strange soldiers in unexpected places, but nothing definitive as yet. If only we knew for certain by what route he left Rosalith.
Well, keep at it. If anyone can piece this puzzle together, it's you. And I'm willing to wait as long as it takes.
Yeah, but not that long. Hello, Vivian. Are you having a seizure?
What? Here?
Would that be a problem?
Do you know, Clive? I believe it a mercy that you didn't inherit your father's throne. Your poor people would surely live in fear of you.
You have nothing to worry about on that front. I won't be claiming his crown.
That is a relief.
Clive, have you got a minute? We, have a guest.
A guest?
Plot twist, it's Kupka. Wonder who it is.
For your trouble. It was a pleasure.
Oh!
In hindsight.
Uncle.
Uncle Byron? Clive, my boy! Tap a cask and stoke the ovens, for your favourite uncle is here!
Well, it was nice seeing some sort of reaction from Clive. Oh. It's very majestic.
The Dhalmekian government sues for peace. How shall we respond?
If they're willing to accept their fault in the matter, I see no reason to refuse them.
Still, we must insist on substantial reparations. Twinside stores are not as bottomless as reported.
Aye, and we have many more mouths to feed. We shall just have to have the Dalmecs empty their treasuries.
Oh, so is this where you got to? Oh, that's a shame. So you must go and play. Likewise. Thank you for joining. I'm actually going to call it soon because I'm kind of tired. Just thinking, I might play some. Actually, I might stream some Overwatch if you want to, well, watch. Yeah, just bear with me. I want to finish, obviously. I want to finish watching this cutscene, so.
Of course, none of this would have been possible without your timely intervention, Prince Olivier.
Indeed, I doubt any of us would have had the courage to trade words with the mighty Titan, nor less the wit to win him over.
The Empire owes you a great debt.
I find that very creepy.
With you, Your Highness. May the blessing of the crystals go with you.
Very good.
Like how she's stroking his son. I just find it very weird. And the way he looks sort of...
Let us come to the question of precisely when that...
I want to have a look at Olivier Lesage, also based... Yeah, he's weird. He looks weird. Second son of Emperor Sylvester of the Holy Empire of Sanbreque and third of Empress Arabella, making him half-brother to both Prince Dion and Clive. His mother has involved him in the affairs of the imperial court since he was a small child. He just looks very weird. Something's not right.
Dalmex will withdraw their troops.
Dion's fire could rid us of them in mere moments. The men of the Fist will not withdraw until a peace treaty is concluded. So let us keep the negotiations open, give them time to gather what gold and trinkets they can, and once they deliver that which we demand, what worth is a piece of parchment?
Your Radiance, were Prince Dion to take the field, the enemy would surely send their own dominant to meet him. And while His Highness would of course prevail, there would...
I'm not sure what to think about Dion. I like his design. I think he looks kind of mysterious. But I think he sort of pales in comparison to the sexiness of Cid and Clive. And even some NPCs actually look better than him. I mean, he looks okay, but I need to see more of him to sort of decide. I need to hear him sort of talk more and sort of, I don't know, just haven't seen enough of him.
Be heavy losses on both.
You need not fear Hugo Kupka. He is engaged on the Western Front. Even were the Dalmex to send for him, he would not arrive in time. As much as I would enjoy witnessing a clash between Bahamut and Titan, it is not to be.
And what of your subjects, your Radiance? If the fighting spread to the city proper, the people would bear the brunt of it.
There will be losses, it is true. Yet for every citizen who falls, another can be bred.
Wow.
For every home that burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on. Dion?
Yes, sire.
He's another weirdo. I can see where the kid gets his weirdness from.
Prepare for battle.
But sire...
Do not make me repeat myself. Return to your camp and await my orders.
That kid is just weird.
That is your wish, your Radiance. I shall depart at once. May Gregor forgive you.
What do the astrologers augur?
The stars are in agreement, your Radiance. The shadow of treachery hangs over Prince Dion.
What? Wow.
So Annabella's tales were true. You disappoint me, Dion.
That kid is just weird. Interesting, okay.
What is Uncle Byron doing here? Only one way to find out.
Oh, I want to talk to Uncle Byron. I want to carry on with the story. I knew you were going to say that. I knew it.
The little ones have been up to their old. It's just one thing after another.
I think this is a good time to call it, actually. Because I think you haven't progressed past this point, so... There we go. Right, so I think I'm going to call it here, and I'll play a few games of Overwatch, ranked, and I shall see you shortly. Bye-bye.